conditioned.
They're on like the 4.
Yeah.
So I think
14-0.
the link is live. I just can't tell.
Oh, on Facebook or
On
YouTube?
Facebook.
On Facebook. Facebook Live.
Oh Lord.
Number 84.
Yep. We're up.
Right? Okay. Good.
It's
Yep,
Walter.
we're up and going.
What? So scared.
I just posted it if you want to share it, Holly.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Of course, now my phone's going to blow up this entire time because the Chiefs just won and went to the Super Bowl, and now everybody wants to text me.
It's a big deal.
Good.
That's not too big of a deal.
It's getting old to be old hat.
What? Whoa.
Well,
Not too big of a deal. Wow.
My birds didn't get in.
Is it?
Shots
A little,
fired.
a little
Lions
salty.
scored.
Is it 4 out of the last 5 years they've been in the Super Bowl now? Something like that.
Wait,
Something
what?
That. The
Something.
Lions just scored
Are they up 14-0?
Yeah. Well, almost.
13 right now, but yeah.
Well, they're going to roll the Niners, aren't they?
Good. That'll be a tough Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Chiefs Lions Super Bowl will be insane.
Shit. We're live.
Yeah, we are.
That's great.
All right, we want to kick
What?
this thing off then?
What episode is this?
All right. Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
Holy girl.
podcast, number 84.
84,
On
and,
it.
and this time we are
On
live again. Last time we did just the interview part as our live segment, and this time we are going to do the entire thing live. So, fingers crossed. We'll see what
Get
happens.
crazy.
But I do want to give a shout out to our guest and with Walter Inu. And if you would like to take just a second to kind of introduce yourself and let everybody know why you're here and kind of go from there, then we'll get this thing kicked off.
Well, my name is Frank, and pretty much took the role over like a community manager over at Walter Inu. We're on the SOL chain. It was just a couple of guys that decided to make one because everyone was kind of getting rugged left and right. So trying to bring the community back together, and that's what we're doing. Trying to unite DeFi a little bit, and yeah, it's pretty much like the basis of it.
Awesome. So speaking of unifying DeFi, first off, I want to ununify DeFi real fast and give a shout out to Dan with DFS Mafia and say, sorry, better luck next year.
Wow.
That felt weird coming out because I'm not usually a mean guy, but no, Dan's a good dude and he's a huge Bills fan. And I didn't get a chance to say much about it last week. So as we are doing this live, the Chiefs just stamped their ticket to another Super Bowl, and the Bills will be watching this one from home. So yeah, I'm not really sad about it, but shout out to Dan though. Let's talk a little bit about some stuff, and then we're going to go all things Walter Inu. Okay. First off, though, is there anything real secretive on your whiteboard?
That's what I was going to ask.
Frank?
I know. I've been looking at it. I've been trying to read it.
Oh, if you, I don't know. Let me see if I can make this happen.
Because the only reason I asked is because we had a deal with BBTF a long time ago with whiteboards, and it was kind of funny.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Let me see if I can bring you up. Because my kids did this last night. I know it's
Okay.
probably backwards.
oh
but
no, it's
the
not backwards. I saw
Well,
that
that's good.
on X.
Goals of Walter.
It's
Yeah.
good to have goals.
The market cap.
The kids
So,
did that, huh?
Yeah, the original plan was to hit 500 or 50,000 market cap, and Walter, my family would donate $500 to our next foundation that we're going to. We'll talk about in a little bit.
Sure.
But we're not quite there, but we're still going to do it. So,
Awesome.
These are the goals. And then this is the hourly for the phones.
Nice.
There you go. It's a good one.
Is that Batman on your arm?
Yep. It's
Nice.
little Batman
Awesome.
action. And
Yeah.
that's my dream car right there.
Nice.
Well,
I saw the old bat ears.
yeah, Caleb and Greg will be fans of yours forever now. So,
Yep.
so Holly, last week we talked about we were going to go over just a little bit of football, and I don't want to spend all of our time talking about football with Frank here. We're going to talk about Walter Inu a little bit, but what do you want to talk about when it comes to football? Are you still sad about the Rams, or are you over that?
Oh my gosh. I guess I'm over that now. My biggest thing is I've been following college football a lot. And all the different people leaving, entering the portal, coaches leaving, one of them being the University of Arizona's coach. And that was and now I'm just kind of pissed. Like I'm over the heartbreak and now I'm pissed. Like I hope you lose every game. Jedfish.
Wow.
I will say I saw a ranking system of the top college quarterbacks that are coming back next year, and Arizona's was 6th or 7th in the nation.
Yeah.
So
it's really cool. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. There was a home game and for basketball, and Fafita, which is our quarterback, he announced that him and T-Mac, which T-Mac is amazing. He's a wide receiver. They both announced that they were staying. And so it was like a big deal for U of A and us fans because there was so much talk about them entering the portal or even following Jed Fish to Washington. And so, yeah, I was following along with it. And so last week, we went off the rails with like Safe Moon and stuff.
yeah.
Didn't get to talk anything about it while it was still fresh. I think I would have been like, my attitude would have been a lot more harsh, which would have kind of been fun, but
It would have been, but for the sake of saving face, it's probably a good thing that it wasn't fresh. I did want to
Have they hired
ask.
a new head coach?
huh?
Have they hired a new head coach?
They have. So they got the San Jose. It was San Jose. I think I don't know if it was state for sure. I can't remember his name, but he has a whole history with U of A. His dad, I believe, played for U of A and was really involved in it all. And so he his track record, he does stay with programs longer than the 3 years that most do. So that's a good thing.
That's a plus.
It's kind of hard in the college football and just coaching carousel as a whole. If you are trying to get to the NFL or you are trying to get to one of the elite college football jobs, it means changing jobs about every 2 to 3 years, even at starting that at the high school level. Like I see that with decent coaches that will not stick around a program because they have down years, because they want to chase the wins, because they're trying to win 600, 700, 800 games. And if you stay at a high school, you're going to have years where that's not going to happen. But I do see it. I hear, like, especially in small colleges, sometimes, I mean, it's not uncommon for them to change jobs every year until they find that job that will be that stepping stone to get them to a bigger school. So I don't know. That's the part of sports that I don't really like. I like to be able to root for the same people for a long time and through their ups, through their downs. But, we saw in the NFL this year with the coaching carousel and all the crazy hires and fires and things like that if you're not winning, there's no loyalty the other way either. So I guess I can't really blame them for switching schools or switching teams or depending on what level we're talking about.
Yeah,
Holly,
I guess.
Holly can. I can see it in her eyes. She can blame them.
I'm like, nobody wants to hear that, Josh. Because I am very much, I hate the portal. I understand what it is. I hate NIL. However, it's a thing that benefits, the players, but it's all come down to money. And I really, truly hate that in college because I've always been a firm believer that in college is where you develop and you really strive to go to the NFL to make that top dollar. And having all of these now perks really kind of ruins that for me, at least. And so, the they're chasing money. There's no loyalty behind it. And that's a hard pill to swallow, I guess, for us fans.
Yeah, I
Do you
don't.
think they should get paid at all?
I think yes, I do believe they should, enough to where, it really gets them comfortable in college, because college is so much more than just football. There's a reason, you should be wanting to strive to get your education. You're getting it for damn near nothing. So you might as well have that to fall back on. But they're getting that, but housing or just money that will get them by for the years that they are in college. I do believe that they should at least get that. But I think there also should be a cap. And there's not.
Yeah. I heard a guy that is kind of in the know say that he's not against the NIL, which I'm not really either. It's your name, it's your image, it's your likeness. I get that.
Yeah.
But what he doesn't like about it is the transfer portal. Man, I can't even talk today. Portal part of it, which I'm kind of with him. Like, you don't even have to stay more than a year. And every coach every year, a lot of times, is going to have to, not from the ground up, because not everyone's going to transfer. But there's programs out there, especially when you talk about basketball, that could lose half your roster and have to start all over again. And it just seems insane to me. And if the NFL or the NBA or Major League Baseball or hockey or whatever you follow, if your players could leave at the end of every season, you would not be as invested in it as you were or as we are now, right?
No.
I'm not crazy invested in the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. I'm from Kansas City, so I've been a fan since like '89. But wouldn't it be crazy that from one year to another you wouldn't even know if say Patrick Mahomes was going to be your starting quarterback? Like, he could just leave if he wanted to make more money the next year. And KU got one of the best college basketball transfer portal players out there just because they offered more money than anybody else did. Like, they're paying him over $2 million a year for his NIL license.
And kid from Michigan.
Yeah, it's insane to me.
Yeah.
And
then on top of that, like, you can enter the transfer portal and not have to play in the bowl game. So many players out there did not play because they were going somewhere else and didn't want to get hurt. Like, even U of A had an offensive lineman that chose to, opted out of the game, the bowl game, because he was scared he was going to get hurt.
Yeah, so basically, if you're not playing for the national championship, then everybody loses people because they don't want to get hurt. And if you're going to be a top, 10, 15 draft pick in the NFL, I kind of understand that, right? Especially when you weren't making money before, because that first check could be, or that first contract could be 20, 30, 40 million dollars. And are you really wanting to put that in jeopardy over a college bowl game that doesn't really mean anything? Does that make sense? But
Yep.
I'm a Mizzou fan too, right? So I'm from Missouri, and Mizzou played Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, and I don't know how many players for Ohio State didn't play, but it was a lot. And I'm not sure we saw the same game that we would have seen.
Isn't part of that problem that if that bowl game was in January, don't they have to be enrolled in the other school by then?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that are enrolled that play in that bowl game, and then they don't actually go to class because winter break doesn't normally start till after that, because most colleges don't go back till the second or third week of January. So I don't know. I think some people had the idea and it was trying to make things better. Winter break. But
my keeps messing up.
But I do think for the most part that it's all fueled by greed and money, which kind of is why I wanted to have that conversation, Holly, because I knew that's kind of where you were at too. Because we have that when it comes to the crypto space too, where things are being fueled by greed and money and sometimes power or clout or whatever that looks like. And, the four of us, I know for a fact, have been burned because of those sort of things. And I don't know about you guys, but it just puts a sour taste in my mouth when I know that college sports is not pure, okay? And hasn't been pure for a really, really long time because there's billions of dollars in TV revenue and things like that. So there's people behind the scenes manipulating things to make more money. But once you start paying the players and then they can go anywhere they want, maybe that does even the score a little bit in that aspect. But as a fan, it makes it pretty hard to watch, at least for me. So,
Agreed.
yeah.
What about you? Do you like college at all?
I mean, I haven't really paid attention to it. I'd like to get into it. I just never have. And this year, down to Florida from Pennsylvania, like I lost all contact with like football and everything. So it's just my fantasy teams just went right downhill. So I just been, yeah, because it was like I got nobody down here to call and be like, hey, let's go watch a game. Hey, let's. So it's like
Yeah.
all my buddies call me, hey, what are you doing? You have all these guys out of your lineup, or they're all hurt.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Man. I don't. But this year was just a wash. I couldn't even say anything. But my buddies up north, we used to go to a lot of Notre Dame games. Or Notre Dame. So we would go out to like Pitt. We'd go out to Notre Dame. I mean, it's good. Little guys' weekend. So the tailgating it's nothing like. I mean, I guess because like the college scene, the tailgating's a little different.
Yeah.
But that's my extent of like college football, just hanging out with those guys.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, should it be on every sports fan's bucket list then to see a college football game in Notre Dame?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because the school, the atmosphere, like the buildings that are there are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have Touchdown Jesus, and like the way everything is out there. Like, did you ever see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's like.
Well, I've never been to it, but I've seen different things, and I used to. I mean, that's been a storied program for as long as I've been alive, you know.
Yep.
It's one of the few teams in the world that could be an independent and not really be in a conference and still survive because of their name. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day we went down there, I think it was game day, and that made a huge difference.
Oh,
Like there was people sleeping on the lawn waiting for them to set up.
wow,
Wow.
Pretty neat.
that's awesome. So, I don't know about you guys. I don't really have a whole lot more because I wanted to spend most of our time today talking about Walter Inu. But I do have to say that since our last podcast, well, let me tell you a funny statistic real fast before we get into that, and then I'll get into what I was going to say. So last week's podcast was the first podcast we've ever had where we actually, I know we lose subscribers from time to time, but it was the first actual podcast that we lost more subscribers than we gained.
Oh.
Yay!
I'm glad you guys reacted that way because I felt the exact same way. I felt like that over the last
It was
few
my whole
weeks.
family.
It probably was. No, I have a feeling I know who at least one of them was. But at the same time, I feel like we've always tried to be transparent. We've always tried to be honest. We've always tried to give accurate and honest feedback. And sometimes that's not popular. And so last week, and with some of the news that's been coming out, you know, we kind of laid it out on the line a little bit and kind of let people know exactly where we were coming from. I've been a little bit more, I don't know, boisterous on X out there and kind of putting my 2 cents out on places where I never would before. So it might be my fault. I might have to take responsibility, but
So are you saying some of our safe moon friends disappeared?
that's what you said. But that's my guess.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's all right.
You know,
You
it's
can't
kind
make everybody happy. It's
Yeah.
going to be a cycle.
Yep.
It's everybody's going to start coming back around and realizing that like some things are just not that important, or there's more to it. Like there's other things besides just one thing.
Well,
So
and I think we've always tried to be that
100%.
way, but that was always that Safe Moon ecosystem that kind of drove views on some of our different podcasts and things like that. Just because we've talked about this before, we've always been kind of typecast in this bubble on X of that ecosystem, and it's just kind of where it's Holly's fault. I wasn't going to say it, but it's Holly's fault. But at the same time, but at the same time, we always, I mean, Greg hit the nail on the head last week when he said, you know, that stuff in the BSC chain, that is like 10% of what most of us hold. We've always preached be diversified and those sort of things. But we always had people from that BSC chain that always said, hey, can we come on the podcast? And sure, we'll let pretty much anyone come on and talk about their project. Even people we don't agree with, and because I'm all about learning and I would love for somebody to change my mind on things. But I did think it was interesting, people kind of showing their displeasure or whatever. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm actually okay with it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to follow us. You don't have to interact with us. You don't have to watch. We are just always going to be for people that are transparent and honest, even if it makes us look like idiots. I'm okay with that. And
Me too.
yeah, you better be, Greg, because most of the time, no. But
Here we go.
yeah, here we go. But I just thought it was kind of interesting because we've been seeing the battle going on from quote unquote fudders to maxis and this and that, where I think I'm pretty much somewhere in the middle of that. I'm not. I don't know that. I feel like a lot of people's intentions in that space was good. Unfortunately, the one that matters wasn't. At least it allegedly wasn't. And so we'll just have to see where that falls. But I just wanted to share that stat with you and everybody that does watch this. That I just thought that was kind of funny. So that's all good. But I'm not upset about it. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, people will come around. If they don't, then it's on them. You just got to keep on trucking. Just keep on trucking.
Ooh, nice.
On trucking.
Nice.
Keep on.
So, with that being said, I would agree with you. That's why we've always tried to do other little things and why we try to have just conversation. I get DMs from people all the time and said, hey, sometimes I just listen to the first 10 minutes because I just like the banter. I don't really care about the crypto part of it. And I'm like, that's cool. Because sometimes that's my favorite part too. I'll be honest with you, and then sometimes we have cool guests on and we're able to talk about things and I can learn things, and I don't care how old you are. I'm the type of guy that likes to continue to learn and figure things out. If you knew us where we started to where we are, we've learned a lot. Like, we really have. And I can't believe how dumb I was like 3 years ago on some things, Holly can believe it. But anyways, I just want to throw that out there.
I'm in that group with you.
Okay. Well, but you're ahead of the stage. Let's just get right into it. I'm going to change the logo. I love the logo of the token there. So it's going to be on the screen so everybody can see it now. Walter Inu. So tell us how that got started.
Pretty much. It's just a small group of people that we're doing meme tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I got this one. I found this one. We should hop in this one. It seems pretty good. It worked for like a little bit, and then the rest, it was like, all right, I put one BNB in. All right, I put 0.5, and it would rug. Some people wouldn't even launch. They would take your money, and it's just nonstop stories about that constantly. And then on the Solana chain, like, this is my first project to actually, like, I'm going to Solana, and I've seen some of those, and they're just as bad. So I see it's like with everything going on in the community with like Safe Moon and stuff, plus all the rugs, and it's like, it's just everything's going downhill. So we were like, you know what? Why don't we just try and make a token? Like, it's just a community-based token that's all self-funded. Like, I'm putting my own money in it, and we're pretty much just trying to bring, I guess, life and like trust back into the crypto world. So it's all community-driven. There's no crazy calls. You're not going to see it pump and dump. Like, the chart is steady, which is really nice. It's a 25, I think we're 25 days old today. And it's like, we had a nice little up, then a down, then an up and a down. There's no like massive going to a million market cap and then sink. So this is exactly what we want. We want to build trust and have it. And then that's pretty much how the token got started.
I think that's pretty cool.
Nice.
because this space needs more trust.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and
can
it's
have-
hard. Like even with me saying like, yeah, you can trust us. Like everybody says that, so it's extremely hard. So
You can trust me until you can't.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean,
It needs a track record.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, I do believe this space needs a little bit more trust, because I do know of some really good people out there that are running some really good projects out there, and I would like to name them by name, but I know I'll forget somebody, so I won't, because I don't want to exclude anybody. But they're hurt by the fact that the trust level is not very high right now, and their projects are suffering a little bit because of the trust level. So I'm all about trustworthy people. Oh, we got the train. Did you guys hear the train?
What?
It's made its appearance. It made its appearance. It didn't want to be left behind. But of course, it doesn't matter when we film this. We're always going to have a train in the background. It's just like one of those things. So, but I will say too, when it comes to that it's time for trustworthy people to succeed. And so, as soon as before you reached out, I always pay attention to what's going on out there, and I was like, I wonder about this one. I wonder what this is going to do. And I think you've been following us, and we've been following you since before this token launched, for sure, and always seemed like for lack of a better word, trustworthy guy, right? But we've never broken bread together and this and that. And so, like Greg said, there is a track record there that has to be established. So, what is?
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on real quick. Trucker and I have a track record. All right.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
good or bad?
Together, and he actually called me out and said I wasn't good at Fortnite.
Well,
What?
I don't know.
Hey.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
What?
yeah. Well, I had to kick her when she was down because she put a post out, don't kick anybody while they're down, or do something, their personal things, and then so it's like I got something personal in there, and
Wow.
yeah,
Oh.
I mean she's okay.
You would fit right in with the bros. Let me tell you.
Yes. Yes, he would.
But speaking of that, kind of going in that direction, can you tell us like what's some of the goals that you have for this token?
I mean, it's a stepping stone learning process right now. I mean, we just planned on making a meme token, and it was like, all right, we'll see what it does. And then, I mean, I'm friends with like Holly, Rip, like all those guys. So I messaged Rip, hey, can I go on your space? We'll talk about the token. He's like, awesome. So I get on there one night in a Wizard's perspective, and we had a guy come up, which I mean, I guess won't name drop, but he's a good dude. And he came up, and he was the only one out of everybody, like an hour into it, and started giving me kind of crap for the token. It was like, all right, well, it sounds good. I trust you, but what's the purpose of me having this? Like, there's no point. There's no point of having this. I mean, I'm sure there was a couple drinks involved too. It's like, I just don't get it. So we went back and forth. I mean, and I take constructive criticism, so I'm not going to get nasty. Like, I got to learn from it. So I sat back and thought about it, and then I talked to the team, and it was like, why don't we actually do something? Because really, we're pointless. Like, it's just a meme. We're trying to do something good for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up coming with an NFT line. And the NFT line is charity-based. So it goes 60 when you buy the NFT, 60% goes towards the proceed of a charity. And it's pretty much a charity for like dogs or animals. 20% goes to buy back and burn. 20% goes to like giveaways and things like that. So it goes back into the community. The first one, I'll get my little notes right here.
That's fine. I have them written all over the place. You just can't see them.
Right.
So the first one, because we were pretty new, we sent out an NFT line. We raised, it was $120 for Soy Dog. I think they're like an Asian-based dog charity. Yeah, you can go on our website and read it. They have a website too. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that took off a little bit. And then our next one, oh, sorry, it's actually hitting close to home for me, is the Farm Dog Rescue. Now, the Farm Dog Rescue is right around where I live in Martin County in Florida. And they are running a charity event. And it's this Saturday coming up. And we're donating $500 to be a sponsor. Walter's donating $500, plus whatever proceeds come from the new NFT line. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have some place to post that up here or anything. I know I'll screw it all up. So, but,
I'll figure it out after the. I don't know if I can do it right now because I'm not that tech savvy,
Yeah,
but
it's
I'll
all
figure it
good.
out afterwards.
yeah, I'll send you all the links and stuff. But it's definitely a positive thing. Like, Uncle Cracker's going to be there. Like, so there's some big name artists, and it's like a huge event, which is awesome. So we're gonna try and get our name out there and be more. Tell everybody we're a meme with a purpose. So we're trying to build, and then eventually we'll try and do something else. So we want to be different and give back and help. So
Gotcha.
Good.
Sorry, I am trying to respond and record and ask questions all at the same time because I forget that when we broadcast this live that we have people that are talking to us on the side. And right now we have a conversation going on of like the mods don't read anything and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I'm on the wrong screen. But so be patient with us. I just got off one of the most
I got a
stressful
message for you.
Chiefs. Now I don't need your message. One of the most stressful Chiefs games in a while. My brain's trying to get back into the norm again. So, no, that's awesome because we've had some charity tokens in the past that we've talked with and seen some good things come out of those things. And I think for me personally, giving back is always huge. Like, in how whatever that looks like, whether that's just one-on-one, whether that's a token like yours, being able to give to a certain foundation or a category of foundations like animals in this instance. And I think that's right up the alley of what we need. I would also say, going back to the trust comment, that probably helps with trust whenever you know it's for good. Because I know I have donated to things before, or let's say bought things before, knowing that it could just be a donation. Like it's not going to earn me any money or whatever. And then all of a sudden I realize, oh, these people are trustworthy. And I'm glad I got into this or whatever that may look like. So I think that's really cool. And how did you get the idea to do the animal charities? Why that?
I mean, Walter's the dog.
Yeah.
So it was like the first thing. We're not like right to like only dogs, but like animals are a huge part of everybody's life.
Yep.
I mean, my dog, I ended up having to leave her up in the Poconos, but I mean, I gave her to a older lady, and she's perfect. Like she's a husky German Shepherd mix. Wouldn't make it in Florida. Like
Yeah.
all her everything like that. So I mean, she is perfect. She's on 4 acres. So, I mean, dogs and all the animals, they hit home. Actually, we're working on a space because we do a lot of collaborations with partners. Not partners, but collabs pretty much. And I have one in the works right now that I think we're going to be doing something for children and sports. So I think it's a little hint we're working on. So nothing set in stone, but...
Very cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but I actually coach high school basketball. So that sort of thing's right up my alley. So that's awesome, for sure.
Yeah. Well, when that time comes and I can get some more things in line, then I'll keep you posted.
Sure.
Maybe we can all get something together on that.
That would be awesome. It's like we always tell people that we're always willing to help where we can. We just don't always know what that means and what that looks like. and some people have been able to take us up on that, and some people haven't. And by all means, the worst thing that people could say to you when you're looking for some help or whatever is no. So don't feel free to ask around, and I know that we'd be willing to help anywhere we possibly could, whatever that looks like. So
I mean, the NFT line, another thing we wanted to do to like build trust is like the soy dog. If you go on our page, I don't know if it's on the page or on the Twitter, but we showed like that we've made $120 payment. It was like 115 or 100 to the donation. This check that I'm going to be bringing to them, actually, me and my daughter are going. We're going to try and do it live or record it. So it's like, I hate seeing, because I've seen it too, that you pay money to a donation and it's gone. Like, you never seen it going anywhere. It's like even the big companies do that.
Yeah.
But we want to try and show everybody like we are doing something good. The money's going exactly where it's supposed to be. We're burning tokens like we're supposed to be. Like it's going pretty good. I'm definitely proud of where it's going.
well, in 25 days, you're still brand
25
new.
days.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what
And they're
is
cheap.
your market cap now?
We are doing something good. The money's going exactly where it's supposed to be. We're burning tokens
we're
like
hearing it again.
My bad.
Greg,
My
you're
bad.
supposed to be the tech guy.
It was hidden under the tab.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Our market cap right now is 18,000.
Okay.
So still a very, very small market cap. I think when we were pumping pretty good, I think we were at like a close to a 40 or something like that.
Okay.
But I mean, it retraces and it comes down. We're still above, still decently above pre-sale. So it's always a plus. Like we're at that fine line.
So if they go to your X account, then they can get a link to your website, and if they wanted to purchase an NFT, is that how they would do it?
Yep, it's actually walterinu.com.
There we go. That's easy.
On it.
Yep,
On the
real
site.
easy.
Yep.
So,
I was gonna try to look at it, but with all these other screens going on, I was like, if I bring up one more screen, something bad's gonna happen over here.
I was trying to help you out.
Smoke's gonna start rising out of the microphone or something. But no, because I'd like people to at least check it out. If you're looking for a what sounds like to me a good project with good intentions, check it out. You know, if you decide to purchase, great, but at least give them a follow, see what's going on out there. Because, there's a lot of projects when they first start out that I hear about that I'll start following them and I won't hear anything out of them for like, I don't know, 30, 40 days. Then all of a sudden it starts showing up on my feed. And then it's like, oh, okay, I forgot about that, and go back and look at it. So I would just encourage anybody out there to take a look at it and go from there and just see what's out there. Because I know a lot of people feel burned right now, but there are still good projects out there.
Yeah. I mean, this one's going to be tough because you're not going to make $1 million on it within a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's building slow, consistent. We're building off the community. Like, so it's not, that's what makes it tough for people. Like it's a scam or this, or it's not like this. It's building. Like you're not going to make a massive amount of money right away. Like it's going to take effort from everybody, pretty much.
Well, and I think too, Trucker, that there's a lot of people out there that was their goal, especially say 2 years ago or whatever that time frame was. And more people, I think, and I will throw myself in this group of people, are looking at that slow growth, because slow growth is usually more maintainable than those huge pumps. Then all of a sudden there's this huge dump or whatever it may be. So I think you're in the right thought process, anyways, and the right. I think this is a perfect time for this sort of token. It'd be how I'd probably put it. So, is there anything else you want to say about the token? Anything that before we get into some of the, I don't know, Caleb's Choice and Cryptic Corner, and we abuse you a little bit in those those
Oh, wow.
categories. You never can't tell what Greg's going to say, so I don't really know. I can't pre-warn you on anything. But is there anything else you want to add? Things that maybe we didn't ask, or does anybody else have any questions?
I mean, we're. Oh, go ahead.
So, what type of dog is Walter?
Walter is a bull terrier.
Is that the same as Spot?
As who?
What? Spot?
Yeah.
Can you spot run?
Is
Not
it?
sure.
There's some
I don't know.
toy, but I don't remember what.
Are you thinking of Little Rascals?
No, Spot, the Walmart dog. That has
Oh, with the black.
Target?
Yeah.
You think that's Target?
yes,
Yeah.
Target. Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh, that is Target.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is a bull terrier Spud McKenzie? Is that a bull terrier?
Oh, you're showing your age, Caleb.
I know.
There's a lot of people
It is.
that probably don't even know what that is.
Not a husky.
Hey.
All right, well, then let's do this. Let's go, and we're gonna let Caleb ask some questions in Caleb's choice, and you never know what direction this is gonna head. So here we go. What you got for us this week, Caleb?
I got a couple sports questions and then one from my daughter.
Uh-oh.
So the first one is an easy one. What's your favorite? Who is your favorite all-time NFL player?
All-time NFL player.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Didn't we just have a question like this?
It doesn't matter, Craig.
That's
Nobody
similar.
saw it anyways.
Okay, Caleb's choice. My bad.
I can do what I want.
Yeah.
You want me to go first? I've got mine.
Yeah. You go
Go
first.
first.
So
Yeah.
Derek Thomas for the Chiefs is my all-time favorite NFL player.
Derek Thomas.
He wouldn't still be playing, but his career was cut short because he got killed in a car wreck. But still, I think the all-time sacks leader for the Kansas City Chiefs and Hall of Famer. He just actually got voted as Alabama's all-time, I don't know what, it was like all-time greatest football player for the University of Alabama. He had 27 and a half sacks his senior season at Alabama, which is a record that still stands.
I got some.
Joe Montana, that's a good one. Reggie White's
So we
definitely
have
not
Joe
one of my
Montana and
favorites.
Reggie White showing up.
Reggie
Yeah,
White's
I
are
don't know
showing
about
up.
Reggie White.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
Sorry.
Reggie.
Yeah.
I am actually gonna have to go with Jason Kelsey. 'Cause
Oh.
I did
Jason
just
Kelce,
get that was my birthday present from my family. Is a signed Jason Kelsey Super Bowl football.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's-
that's
All right, I can
it's
see
pretty cool. They got it in there.
I always thought it'd be cool to have a Travis Kelce signed helmet and a Jason Kelce signed helmet. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Ooh, very
Oh,
nice.
yeah. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, so I'll go that route.
so is
that
that
made
from
it easy.
the Super Bowl they won or the Super Bowl they lost to the Chiefs?
Wow.
They won.
Okay.
They won.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm the way I am. Greg, who's your favorite?
Gosh, I got a lot of. I don't know. I know it's mainstream, but I'm gonna have to say Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
Of all time?
I liked him.
Yeah.
I would say I liked him before he started. Back when Alex Smith was in there, I liked him before then.
That was still only like 7 years ago.
I know.
I mean, you can have your opinion even if it's wrong. It's cool.
My pick. Oh, it's wrong.
I didn't say it was. I said even if it was.
Oh,
Holly, what about you?
but yeah, I get the insinuation.
I think I'm gonna go with Jerome the Bus Bettis.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I only don't like him because of too many bad things he did to my team.
Yeah, he was a monster, and
Yeah.
I attitude and stuff just made me laugh, and he was a good player. He was my favorite, and he actually played for the Rams first. So
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Caleb, what about you?
I'm gonna ask the next question.
No, who was your favorite?
No. I don't know. I got so many, so I didn't want to answer that one. It's my choice. I don't have to.
Nobody's going to come to your house
That's
and turn
true.
it down because you said the wrong guy. Just pick one.
Sorry,
Okay.
Bearded.
What beer
We're
is
still
it?
friends.
Okay, that's okay. All right, question 2.
Caleb, who is your
If you could
favorite
on-
player?
If you could only watch one sport for the rest of your life, what sport would it be?
We all refuse to answer until you tell us who your favorite NFL player of all time is.
BattleBots.
Craig.
BattleBots?
Yeah. If you had to pick
Okay.
one.
I should have kicked him earlier on when I said I was going to kick him.
It's too late.
All right, I'm going with football.
What level?
I have to be NFL. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna stay original.
There you go.
Holly, this is a tough one for you, isn't it?
It's really like hurting my heart inside.
I know. This one was for Holly, but
Are you going to turn on the U of A?
No, I mean the problem is I
from the
equal
Rams.
football and basketball, and so I guess it would be the University of Arizona, like that. Ultimately, I like that's it.
But which sport for the
What
University of
sport,
Arizona?
Come on, you're not answering.
Her head is going to explode.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go with basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's giving me stress, but basketball's just funner.
Half of your U of A followers just unfriended you.
They hate me.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
I think I'm going to go NFL also because there's so many fun things tied to it. I feel like it's that sport that like you can watch on a Sunday and then, like Sunday night football is one of my favorite. I don't care who's playing. It's one of my favorite games to watch in the week, even though I don't have to have a rooting interest. Plus, fantasy football's fun. So it's kind of like that's tied to it. Yeah, and it's wintertime. And so, like, that's my biggest – I love baseball, okay? That's my biggest hang-up is I'm not going to watch you play 162 games when the weather is awesome outside. I'm just not going to do it. So, I would say NFL.
You guys,
What about you, Greg?
BattleBots. He was serious,
Oh, yeah,
Caleb.
BattleBots. All right.
He wasn't joking. He was serious.
I'm not taking that back.
Wait, you were serious for real?
Yeah. I was for real serious. I could watch that all day.
Okay.
BattleBot is.
you never have the interest that do you make them or anything, or just watch it?
No, I just watch it. I'd like to make them. That'd be fun.
Do you
Yeah,
guys?
it would.
I don't want to jump in and
Oh, go right ahead.
routine,
Go ahead.
but, do you guys have like a Crypto Bros fantasy football league?
So, no, we just dove into – we had a Crypto Bros poker league that just ended. And next year we were talking about doing a fantasy football league. But we wanted to do it where it has some sort of tie into crypto, and we're not 100% sure how we want that to look. But I think we'll figure it out by next year.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Sometimes things get delayed, inevitable, forever.
Inevitability.
Caleb, which one are you picking? You have to answer one of your own questions.
Basketball.
Oh.
But I would do high school.
High school
Prefer
basketball.
High school.
While they're still learning, I enjoy watching that way.
I would agree.
See the progression throughout the season.
Or during 1 week, like our team
Or,
this week.
sometimes. Yeah.
Let's just say we were in a tournament this week. Day 1 was not awesome. Day 2 was and day 3 was very awesome. So it was like,
Yeah.
it's really weird. At that level, they can learn a lot in like 3 games. So that I could get behind that. Did everybody answer
All right,
that?
my last question.
Okay.
Yep.
My last question, my daughter actually gave it to me.
This scares me,
She
by
said,
the way.
if you could, would you rather spend the day with your younger self or your older self? Would you
Older.
Go back in time, back in the future.
depends like what age younger. Like
You can pick.
21, 22, or like,
Yeah.
like 13. Like,
You can choose.
probably younger.
Wow.
Probably
That's
younger.
what I go to. I think younger.
It makes you feel a little bit alive again.
Mhm.
So
am I like
That
going back
energy.
and talking to my old self? Is that what you're saying, Caleb?
Yeah, it's spending the day with yourself.
Yeah, so I
Like
probably would do
younger
that,
person.
especially if I knew for sure my younger self would listen to me. If that would happen, then I don't know what just happened to Greg. I think he just got kidnapped live on the YouTube broadcast.
BRB.
He's just gone.
But if my younger self would actually listen to me, I would definitely go back and talk to spend the day with my younger self. I really don't want to know what the future holds for me as an old man. I'm pretty close
Yeah.
now, so
That's kind of how I am too, I think.
Oh,
Just let that be in the future.
I'm still sticking with older.
and
Definitely.
why? How come older than not younger?
Because I'm gonna be so like I just am gonna know so much. And so I would like to know that now to either change my direction or keep going. So
Yeah.
Sounds like a country song I've heard.
I do right.
Right, if I could write a letter to me
Right.
by
There
Brad
you-
Paisley. I like that. I'm gonna go with that one too.
Nobody can
the
hear you.
future.
I muted you, Greg.
Please.
Wow.
Okay, it's fine. Go ahead.
See, my thought process is the same, Holly, but it would be me at this age giving my younger self advice so they could change different things in my life so that it would be different now. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
It's not feasible, so we don't have to argue it.
yeah, it's really not. Because I might argue this case. Because I don't know. I
That's
feel
an
like I'm
in-person argument.
right now. And so I guess with like money wise, to be this rich person, I'd want to go back and be like, hey, do this. But I'd miss out on a whole lot of stuff that's already happened.
True.
So no, old.
Yeah, that's
It's kind
true.
of cool though to go back and see your younger self and remember what some of your dreams and stuff were,
Yeah.
of what your goals were.
Yeah, and how you looked at things too, because as we get older, I don't want to say we're more cynical, but we've been through so much stuff. Like, do you ever like just look at a little kid and they just laugh at the dumbest things? Or the imagination that they had
Enjoying
because
life.
nobody
Yeah.
has told them or beat them down and said no to them over and over again, like that's dumb and blah blah blah. There's huge
Pure innocent
imagination.
joy.
And, yeah, we don't. The joy of a child is something that I don't know when it goes away, but there is at some point in our lives where it's not the same, and that would be really cool to go see myself back in those days. I don't know. Not that I'm depressed or anything now. It's just it's different. As an adult, it's just different.
Therapy time.
It's like click. We need a remote.
About it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying like the movie Click where he uses the remote to go back and forth.
Yeah.
He ruined his
Now that
life
you're
with
talking
that.
about it, and, like, see, you hang out with your younger self. It's like, it's actually happening because I have two young ones. So like,
Yeah.
and they are exactly what you're talking about. Like watching the kids grow up and laugh at nothing. And like when I go to yard sales or something like that, my son has he made a Pokemon. We had to make him a Pokemon sales thing. It's like a lemonade stand. Like
There you go.
this Pokemon card. So it's like he wants to start a business. Like, so that's
Gotta catch them all.
cool if you think about it like that. Like your
Yeah.
kids are actually your younger self.
There's a lot of truth to that, for sure.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. I
You
remember
guys-
those days.
My baby just turned 18 yesterday.
Are you excited or sad?
Oh no.
It's kind of crazy because I have very mixed feelings, right? Like, I am so excited for her to enter adulthood and like go to college and all of that. But then you have the other side where you're just nervous as hell because they're going to be on their own. And you don't really have a say when they're out of your house. I mean, that's like, you're in my house, you do what I say. But when they go out, oh shit, like I don't know what's gonna happen.
A little
But
different. Yeah.
all I can do is hope that I raised her good enough to know, like, to really, identify right and wrong and to be safe. I mean, I guess the safe factor is the most scary part for me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm so excited for her to grow and just get to experience the college life because it's fun. It's fun.
I think some people had a little bit more fun in college than others.
I know. I was one of them.
Yeah.
Not naming any names. So it makes me realize why you're so scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you went my route in college, you wouldn't really be that scared. It was fun, but it was not a party. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Holly, you got a question for us today?
Do. So it kind of goes in line with like, in 30 years, what do you think is going to be on the oldies radio stations?
In 30 years.
Stuff that's coming out in 5 years. Taylor Swift. There you go.
Oh man,
Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
will be.
Taylor's and Katy Perry.
Oh, boy.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the stuff I listened to in high school, which was 30 years ago, is on the oldie station now. Like Bon
It is,
Jovi,
yeah.
Def Leppard,
Isn't-
Metallica, AC/DC, those sort of things are all on the oldie station now.
Yeah,
See, to me,
I would-
oldies are still like 50s and 60s songs, not 80s songs.
yeah.
But you can't call them golden oldies, can you?
I think that's 50 years.
That's okay.
It's gonna be even weirder. I mean, I still listen to in 50s, like, and I have freaking CDs that are the oldie. Oh my gosh, I can't. Because what happens to that music? Is it just gonna go away?
Flies away.
It'll be in the museums.
No.
You got
That's
200 years ago, 330, 100, well, over 100 years ago.
You'll be able to listen to it on some sort of digital service. I don't think it's ever going to go all the way away, but people will stop listening to it more and more.
Will gangster rap ever be on the oldies?
there you go. That's your thing.
Probably is now.
It might be.
You figure out a way to make
Tupac.
NFT music
Yeah.
marketplace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Like when I don't know what happened to, but there was actually Lou the writer. Do you remember him? He was writing music and putting them into NFTs and like trying to really bring that as a thing.
I was just looking at some the other day on OpenSea.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just
Actually,
little
I just
snippets of music.
came across some of those built into some NFTs too. I don't know if they were original songs or not, though. I didn't actually get into it that deep, but that's
Well, I know that
interesting.
his rap songs that like kind of incorporated the community. He made NFTs and was giving them away to people.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Snoop Dogg had one on there.
Oh, did he?
Like over 100 grand. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I know there was a
Yeah.
project a while ago that like the concept was good, and I'm sure there's a bunch out there that almost like what like Adam Sandler then do with Netflix now. They don't do movies in the movie theater; they do it with Netflix. So they're making all this money, and it goes nowhere else. So I mean, putting your music on NFTs, you'll be able to control it.
Yeah.
So that's what the company was trying to do. I mean, of course, that went south real quick, but there's other that are doing that. NFTs are going to be huge right now. Like besides like the charity thing that we're doing, like I don't get buying a lot of them because to me they're just like pictures. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of utilities.
Yeah, there's gonna be some massive utilities eventually when they figure out how to use them in the blockchain and stuff. So NFTs are definitely going to be the future with stuff like Fortnite. Like you buy video games are huge. Like you buy a character or something like that. Well, he's gone then. Well, if you can get him in an NFT form, I can give that character to one of you guys or sell them online or something like that. You can make special guys. Like,
Almost like baseball cards where you get one of ones or one of tens or one of 100 or, the special edition one. Those always cost more. You could resell them. Now that person can use that skin, but you can't. And I think you're right. I think the imagination is what, going back to what we talked about earlier, I think that's what's limiting NFTs right now, is people haven't really figured out the niche of what is possible with NFTs. And I think, I hope I'm around whenever they really start to figure that out, because I think there's a lot of really cool ideas out there that just, either people are afraid to do them or they don't really know how to do them yet. And once people start really using that imagination, I think the sky's the limit.
Oh, yeah.
I think this
People
is the
starting
year.
understanding them. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of games that just got released on the Epic Store. There's like 10 of them that are blockchain based.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
like
Fine
this more.
line, like the security though, like because like the NFTs, you can do an NFT of your hospital record or something like that.
Right.
Like, and you have it. It's yours. You can bring it anywhere. But the security things, like they have to figure all that out. That's where I think we need like major regulation. So a lot of people don't like that word when it comes to crypto, but it's in my head, it's some things.
No, I
Yeah.
agree with you, because I've heard people talk about before that the medical realm out there is one of those areas where blockchain technology and NFTs could really prosper. And I agree with that 100%. But security, when you're talking about people's medical records, is huge,
Yeah.
So you're right. They do got to get that figured out for sure.
Caleb, I'll sell you my medical records.
I don't want them.
It's on the Solana network.
How'd you get unmuted?
Oh, wow.
All right, Greg, are you ready to
Easy, Caleb.
are you
But for
ready
real, though,
to
also
talk about your cryptic corner this week?
Big corner.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Did you do your homework?
No, I told you I wasn't going to do
did not.
homework. Did you?
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was what we were supposed to do homework on.
I didn't do the homework.
The Anunnaki.
Oh yes, but no, I didn't do it.
Anunnaki.
No, I didn't do my homework. I told you I wasn't going to do
Pasta, right,
homework.
Greg?
What?
Anunnaki is pasta. Oh no!
Wow. Oh,
I
no.
look up the wrong thing.
Caleb went straight to
That's
food.
dry. All right. No, actually, I got a little game for you guys. I got
fun.
questions.
I'm not doing homework though, just so.
It's not homework.
Okay, I thought we were clear last week.
No.
Oh my god,
No.
See, the train says no, Greg. No homework.
hear it again.
Hmm.
What's your
Well,
questions, Greg?
Yeah,
What
do you got for us, Greg?
All right. Does anybody want to go first? I got questions.
Holly does.
I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay.
Maybe.
These are just nerdy questions.
Oh.
Okay. What is the Hulk's real name in the movie?
Banner. Bruce Banner.
Nice. Yep, that's it.
He's my favorite characters.
Okay. All right.
I thought these
All right,
were
who's
going to be
next?
hard.
No. Maybe. Maybe
I'll
they
take
get
it.
harder. All right.
Yeah, I'll botch this one.
All right. Who is Star-Lord in love with in Guardians of the Galaxy?
No idea.
She's
Next.
green.
No
Or
idea.
something like that.
No idea?
Isn't
No.
the Avatar lady? Like the actress?
Avatar
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
she's the
it-
same actress, I think. I didn't
just
know
don't
that
know.
till recently.
Yeah.
I think her name
All
is
right, BB.
Gamora. Is it Gamora?
More, isn't it?
Gamora. Yep. That's it.
Yeah, ask me
Alright.
stuff like with the kids. I don't watch TV for the past 10 years, so ask me like Paw Patrol questions. Or,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Wiggles. No.
Greg knows all that stuff.
Who? All right. I'll
He
give
still
you one.
has
I'll
Paw
come up
Patrol
with one.
bed
How about-
sheets.
Right.
Who's the guy that uses the notebook to figure things out? What's his name?
Inspector Gadget?
He's not blue.
And
He has a
what? What
dog.
are we talking about?
He has a dog.
Blues.
Yeah, what's his name?
I no
What was the
idea.
original guy's name?
Oh no.
idea.
All right, we're moving on.
You know?
I think Steve.
Oh, it is
It was
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
You know,
Was it Steve?
answer to your question?
I just came up with it just right now. I was just trying to humor the guy.
Goodness.
All right, I'll take a question, Greg.
All right. Okay. What planet did Anakin grow up on?
The moon. I don't know. Tatooine or something like that.
That's something random.
You lucky ducky.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Lucky ducky.
Okay.
Did you just really say lucky ducky?
Oh. All right. Dang it. Okay. Josh.
He's going to try
Let's
to pick
see.
the hardest one. Yeah, see? He's going down through it. Go ahead.
Who was the captain of the USS Voyager?
What series is this? Is that Star Trek?
Picard.
Yes. It is.
The Voyager? That can't be Kirk because he was Enterprise. I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek. I guess I'll go Picard. I don't know.
Catherine Janeway.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No,
You
she
knew that? For
Googled
real?
it.
Look
Googled
at
it.
that.
I was gonna say. I thought I saw.
I
you
saw her
side
like
face
this,
in
and then
there.
she goes,
I was gonna be super impressed though.
Wow.
All right, you're out, Josh.
Greg, you gonna talk about what you and Beardy talked about the other night? That was another podcast.
Bearded, can we talk about that?
It's like, no.
Oh, I put my chat.
how come I have a cross mark on my face?
Because you lost.
Well, you asked me a stupid Star Trek question. You
What?
know I don't watch Star Trek.
This is.
Oh,
I got one more question between Caleb and Holly.
I think
Okay.
I've answered the most right, Greg. You cheated me out of a victory.
No, you lost. Hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
I'm
Sorry.
going to turn the football game on.
Okay. All right, last question. And whoever can answer it first wins. What is Superboy's dog's name?
who's the hell is Superboy?
Is this a
Come on,
cartoon?
Mother Trucker. You can hop in too.
Who's
Who
that?
is Superboy? I know who Superman is, but not Superboy.
I think he was cloned. He was genetically altered by Lex Luthor
You
to
went
be
too
like
far.
Superman.
But I do think it has something to do with Krypton.
Crypto.
Crypto dog.
Yep, that's it. Holly wins.
It was crypto. She Googled it again because
Did you really?
There's no way she knew that answer.
Did you? Holly?
I'm a winner.
Holly?
Winner.
Trucker wins.
Let's be truthful. Remember when we were all supposed to be truthful?
I Google.
Forfeit.
Mhm. All right. Yep, disqualified. Sorry.
Everyone loses. We're
Everybody
all
loses.
losers. Pile it on.
Except for me.
So wait, does
No.
this have something to do with Cryptic Corner, or you're just asking us questions? So confused.
Well, you guys didn't do
That's
your
what I was trying to
homework,
figure out.
and I knew you wouldn't, so I had a game ready. I was
And
planning
it's-
ahead
I told
Was
you
it
I wasn't
just-
going to do homework.
with nerdy questions.
Oh, got it.
All right, next week though, I'm going to ask questions, and it's going to be off past Cryptic Corners.
Yeah. So
based
I
off history.
Oh, we were supposed to pay attention when you were talking? Crap.
okay. I just heard next week and then it tuned out. I don't know. Just gone. I didn't hear anything.
Greg's
Oh,
giving
you
us
did?
all $100 next week.
Greg,
No, I
I
said-
a special guest on Cryptic Corner.
Special. You want me to have a special guest?
You should.
We
What?
like it.
Jo- Squad.
Georgie Suklos.
What?
Sure.
What's happening?
I have no idea. Trucker, see, this is how it is. Oh, we
Especially when we get into hour 2. It's like,
Hey, it's
idea.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely taking it. As
I was like, I'm sorry.
He's like, there's a football game to watch, and I'm talking to these idiots.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah. Man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on that
No,
note,
that's all I had. I'll try to get the ancient aliens guy on. That's who it is with the hair.
good
Well,
luck.
bearded.
Holly, do
Can
you
you
have something to say?
Oh my gosh, could you find it for me? Oh my gosh.
What?
Assholes. This is how they treat me, truckers.
Is she saying something right now?
Oh, I have her muted.
Nice.
Oh,
No, I think when Trucker meets the next milestone on his little board there, he should come back on the podcast and play the taste test game.
Yes.
The challenge.
Yes.
I totally dropped the ball, you guys. I had a lot going on this week, and I totally forgot to pick something.
I saw
I
you
was
said that
weird.
you were going to make him do the taste test, and I was like, she might have mailed that to my old address. And
No, I
okay,
wouldn't.
taste test for sure.
Well, good thing that you did that. But yes, the next time you come on, Trucker, you have to do the challenge.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean, we can do the 50.
All right.
You just let us know.
Yes.
We'll have, I don't care who it is, Elon Musk scheduled for that week. We'll boot him. We'll just make him wait till the next week.
Gone.
Sorry, Elon. Get out.
Yeah,
Who's Les White? Does anybody know Les White?
Yes,
that's
Les.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Columbo?
That helped at all. I'm like, yes, Les.
Yeah.
Right.
I just saw on there that was their guest for the Starship Captain.
Columbo or Kurt.
Columbo.
Hmm.
Isn't that the detective?
Yeah. Captain Kirk.
Yeah, he was on his own TV show. Anyways, before this derails any further,
That's the fun time.
I like the derail.
I just want to say thank you for coming on. We do appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
It's a little bit gets a little bit chaotic, but we will be tracking what you got going down, and probably we'll try to through some of our podcasts keep the people updated on what's happening with your project. And when you hit that 50, come back and we will torture you with a taste test. Because none of them are good, I promise you. They're all horrible. I think we've literally, in like the 30-some taste tests we've done, we've come across like 2 things we actually liked. If you don't count Greg.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Trucker, one of the 2 good things that we might have had is called ass munch. So tell you everything.
What the hell is that?
It's like
It's
trail
a
mix,
mouthful.
but it
It's
was
a
really
mouthful.
good.
I'll tell you
It
that.
is a mouthful.
Cool.
Yeah.
What did I do? What did I do?
Yeah, you signed up for it. It's already on the books. Maybe I'll just go push your market cap up to 50 so we can do this next week.
Yep. Fine with me.
But somebody's going to have to make those go up before I can do that.
Yep.
So,
the
all right.
one pumping dick we have just to get me to eat something.
Right.
for
That's-
sure.
That's a good pump and dump.
So, yeah, want everybody
Do you have
pump
any
his project
questions?
so that we can torture him.
I did throw your website and Twitter space up on the chat.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say before we go ahead.
I was going to say I'm going to try and go live when I get to that fundraiser on Saturday.
You're going to
So
go live on
that's
X?
5 at night. I think I'm going to try and go live on that. Can you do videos on there now, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I haven't messed with it yet. That's why we're still using YouTube, even
I
though we
might
hate
do a
them.
little trial test tomorrow or
That'd be
something like
good.
that. But if I can make that happen, I think that would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Mm.
That sounds good to us. And completely lost my train of thought about what I was going to say. So,
Do you have
it
a
is
question
what
for
it
him?
is. Nope, I don't think so. Probably something stupid. It's been a long day. But,
Yeah,
it's sort of
probably was.
important, but now I can't remember what it was. All right, anyways. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We will put this back up so that you can check it out, and we'll be following you. and we wish you the best of luck. And seriously, if you need anything, let us know. And everybody, take care and God bless.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on.
Bye, guys.